Hey, what is going on, everybody? I'm Jarrett, and today I'm bringing you guys a very special video on how to get DM Ultra and Dark Aether in Cold War. I recently unlocked both of these camos, and I think they are fantastic, and I want to help you get them as well. I'm going to go extremely in-depth in this video to show you guys how to get these camos. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first step. The first thing we're going to talk about is learning how the camo system works. So the camo system in Call of Duty goes like this. For each individual weapon, there are 35 camos that you can unlock. Once you unlock all 35 of them, you unlock the gold camo. Depending on which weapon class you're doing, you'll have to get a certain number of gold camos to get diamond camo. For example, getting 5 gold assault rifles will get you diamond assault rifles, or getting 3 gold LMGs will give you diamond LMGs, and this goes for both zombies and multiplayer. To get the mastery camos, you have to get all 9 of the diamond camos in that specific category. And there are 29 total weapons that you have to get gold to complete the mastery camo. To unlock both mastery camos, you have to get a total of 58 guns gold. Now that may seem difficult, but it can actually be done in just a few days. So let's go ahead and talk about weapon XP. Weapon XP is easily the most grueling part of grinding camos. The best way to level up weapons quickly while still getting the mastery camos done fast is to play multiplayer until you get to around level 45-ish on your weapons. And then go ahead and play 2 games of zombies and get as many critical kills as possible. If you can make it to about round 25 to 35 in that general area, you will finish leveling up your weapon and you will have all of your critical kills done. You can actually get a gold weapon done in zombies in just 1 game if you are able to get enough critical kills. If for some reason you don't feel like you want to grind your weapons in multiplayer, then you can feel free to use the Rampage Inducer in zombies. What it does is it makes zombies run much faster than normal until round 20, and it's very useful for grinding weapon XP very quickly in zombies. Now that we've covered weapon XP, let's go ahead and talk about diamond camos. One thing that I really enjoy about grinding weapons in Cold War is that you don't have to do the original ones. What I mean by that is if you've done any mastery camo grind in the past, you had to do all of the guns that launched with the game, and the DLC guns you had to do separately and they wouldn't count towards your main mastery camo. In Cold War, you can pick any weapons to complete to get diamond. It doesn't have to be just the ones that came out with the game. So say you don't want to do the Milano and you want to do the Mac 10 instead, you could do the Mac 10 and skip the Milano and still get diamond on SMGs. Let's go ahead and discuss the amount of weapons we need to do for each individual diamond camo. For assault rifles, you need to get 5 of them done. For submachine guns, you need to get also 5. For tactical rifle, you only need to do 4. For sniper rifles, you only have to do 3. For LMGs, you also only have to do 3. And pistols are also the same. 3. Shotguns, you only have to do 2, and the same with launchers, you only need to do 2. And melee and special are actually paired, so you have to get 1 melee weapon and 1 special weapon done. Now that we've covered the general guidelines for grinding, let's go ahead and actually talk about the Dark Aether camo. When you're setting up your class to run zombies, you are going to want to make sure you run Ring of Fire at all times. While you're playing zombies trying to unlock Dark Aether, there is no field upgrade that is going to help you more than Ring of Fire. When you're buying your perks for zombies, I would definitely recommend getting all of the perks except Elemental Pop. The base tier of Elemental Pop uses random ammo mods at random time, and this can actually take away from your critical kills. So what I highly recommend is not getting Elemental Pop and only getting Cryo Freeze on your gun, because Cryo Freeze will help you slow down zombies, but it won't actually kill them, so you can still get your critical kills. When you're setting up your weapon class, it's really more up to you, but I highly recommend running a very high ammo magazine, because then you'll have to reload less often, especially once you get Pack-a-Punch. And this is the most important and most useful tool for Cold War zombies. Make sure you upgrade your skill tiers. On the main menu, if you go to the weapons tab and go down to skills, look around at those and start upgrading them. Those are going to help you a ton with this grind, especially the weapon skill upgrades. Now that we've covered class setups, let's go ahead and talk about the best spots on all of the maps for camping. Camping in zombies, while somewhat difficult, is by far the fastest way to get Dark Aether. I would not recommend training except for certain weapons, but I will show you some good spots for training. If you're grinding on D Machina, you're going to want always be up here in Penthouse. Easily the fastest spot in the entire game for grinding Dark Aether, but it is also the most difficult to survive in. So keep that in mind while you're doing it. If you are having trouble at Penthouse, try the Firebase Z strat, because that one is much easier, but it is slower. So the Firebase Z strat, you're gonna camp over here in Colonel's Op. This is where I got a huge majority of my weapons done. I like the Firebase Z strat because I can just chill and watch YouTube while I'm grinding, and it's not too taxing, and I don't have to put too much focus into the game. So there's actually two different spots I'm going to tell you guys about on Mauer der Toten. The first one is for lower rounds, maybe up until around 25, or really up until you can't really survive any longer. So the first one is up in Department Store. It's right next to the Wonder Fizz machine, so you can sit up here while you're getting your perks in early game, and it works really well. The biggest problem with camping up in Department Store for early game is you do not get very much salvage. So keep that in mind while you're up here. If you're ever up in Department Store and you get overran, just hit the zipline button and you will automatically zipline down, so you can save yourself easily. The second spot I'm going to recommend on Mauer der Toten is over here by the Speed Cola machine. This is a very difficult spot to camp at, but it is very rewarding. It's not quite as fast as Penthouse, but it is very good for grinding quick camos if you're tired of Firebase Z or D Machina and you just want a nice change. Now, let's go over the best spots to train. This is going to be a much more quick section just because I wouldn't recommend training unless you're doing something like snipers or melee or special, like I wouldn't recommend camping for like the ballistic knife or the thumper, or if you're doing your launchers, I highly wouldn't recommend camping for that. So if you're doing those kinds of weapons, I would definitely recommend training instead. In D Machina, I'd recommend just training in the yard, which is the spawn, or up by where the plane's at. On Firebase Z, I would definitely recommend just basically helipad or courtyard, which is either the spawn or right outside when you get through the portal. That's where I got my snipers done when I did them, and also my ballistic knife and my melee. On Mauer der Toten, there's really only one good spot to train, but I highly recommend training on West Berlin Street around the tank. That's pretty much the only spot right by where Pack-a-Punch is. Now, it's time to actually go into the camo categories. The first thing we're going to cover is the launchers. And you may be asking me, Jarrett, why are we doing the launchers first? Shouldn't you save the launchers for the end? No. Never save the launchers for the end. That is a stupid idea. So the first diamond camo you want to get in zombies is going to be your launchers. It is by far the easiest one to do. It takes 2 games with each launcher. You go in, you get to about round 30 or 40, super easy. You level up your launchers and you get all the kills you need for it. It is very fast. And I'm going to explain the reason you're going to do this later when we get to the multiplayer section. So the launchers, and this also applies for the M79, the thumper as well, because that has the exact same camo categories as the launchers. For the first camo, for the grunge category, it's only 1500 kills, pretty self-explanatory. You know, just group up the zombies into a big horde and just kind of shoot them. Once or twice with the launcher, you'll kill them pretty quick. The liquid is 2 rapid kills. This is also insanely easy. You will get this done very quickly. Brushstroke camos is 5 kills with 1 shot, and this is also just insanely easy. Once you get Pack-a-Punch, run around them in circles, horde them up into a big train, and just start blasting them. You'll get this one very fast. And then for the vintage camos is 1500 Pack-a-Punch kills. It's pretty self-explanatory. Pack-a-Punch your launcher and start killing. For the fauna camo, you have to kill 10 elites. It's again very self-explanatory, very fast on Firebase Z. Not quite as fast on Mauer der Toten, but it is still pretty quick on Mauer der Toten. If you're trying to complete your launchers on D Machina, it will take some time to kill megatons with your launchers. For the topography section is 10 rapid kills. Very easy, self-explanatory. I don't really need to say anything else. And then of course, infection is going to be the same through every weapon in zombies. Just get 20 kills without getting hit. Very easy. If you're having trouble with it, put Shatter Blast on your weapon, get him into a big train and shoot him, and you'll have this one done in no time. Okay, so now we're going to go over the camo categories for every other gun in the game besides melee weapons, the ballistic knife, and the Shadow Hunter. Even the nail gun is under the same category. So for the grunge camo is going to be 2,500 kills. Very easy. You don't have to worry about this for any of your guns because you'll get this done before you finish the gun. The liquid camo, 2,500 critical kills. This is the only one you really have to worry about. This is the one that's going to take you the longest, and for 99% of your weapons, this is the last challenge you're going to have to complete. Focus on getting headshots, and that's why I like camping at Colonel's office on Firebase Z, because the zombies walk down at you single file in a perfectly straight line on perfectly flat ground, which makes it very, very easy to hit critical kills on them. And for brushstroke is 2,500 pack-a-punch kills. You will most likely get this done before you finish your critical kills. And then for the vintage camos is 15 elite kills. Very easy, especially on Firebase Z or Mauer Toten, you will get it done. On D Machina, it will take longer, but you can still get it done because the only elites that spawn are megatons, and it will take quite some time. For the fauna camo is just 10 rapid kills. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just for the topography camo is 3 rapid critical kills. This is also very self-explanatory. And if you're camping to grind critical kills, you will get this done very fast. And then of course the infection camo is just 20 kills without getting hit. If you're having trouble, put Shatter Blast on your gun, run around in a few circles, get a big group of zombies, shoot them one time, and Shatter Blast will kill all of them, and it will count towards your infection camos. Now, let's go ahead and talk about melee. Ballistic knife also shares the same challenges as melee. So for the grunge camos, you need to get 750 kills with melee and 1,500 with the ballistic knife. For the liquid camos, you need to get 50 stun kills or decoy or monkey bomb, or as long as there's some kind of tactical equipment that you use that either stuns or disorients or takes the zombie's attention in one way or another, just, free the stun, the monkey bomb, or the decoy. Just kill them while they are affected by it. Not too difficult. For brushstroke camo, 750 pack-a-punch kills for the knife, 1,500 pack-a-punch kills for the ballistic knife. For the vintage camos, you need to get 15 kills by zombies that are either affected by Ring of Fire, Frost Blast, or while you are in your Aether Shroud. For melee, I highly recommend running Aether Shroud because it makes it very easy to get these done. For fauna, you just need to kill 10 elites, very self-explanatory. You'll get this done fast on Firebase Z or Mauer Toten, slightly slower on D Machina, but you will still get it done eventually. Topography is 2 rapid kills, very easy, and infection is 20 kills without getting hit. Again, Shatter Blast, get them in a big horde, 1 hit. Now, we're going to talk about our last weapon, the Shadow Hunter. This is the only gun in the game that has different camo challenges than any other gun. So for the grunge camo for the Shadow Hunter, you only need 1,500 kills. For the liquid camo, you need 3 rapid critical kills. For the brushstroke camos, you need to get 3 kills with a single bolt. This is quite easy once you pack a punch the gun, which is what allows it to hit collaterals. For the vintage camos, you need to get 1,500 pack-a-punch kills. Pretty self-explanatory again. Fauna, you need 10 elite kills. I've already covered this, Firebase Z, Mauer Toten, you'll get it done pretty quick. Fastest on Firebase Z, of course, but and then D Machina, it will take you longer, but you'll still get it done. For topography, 10 rapid kills. This is extremely easy, and infection is 20 kills without getting hit. Again, if you're having trouble, put Shatter Blast on your gun, get them into a big horde, and shoot them once, and they will all die. And just like that, if you follow everything you've heard in this video, you will unlock Dark Aether very quickly. Now, let's go ahead and talk about DM Ultra. DM Ultra is a lot more difficult because it's not just mindless gameplay like Zombies is. Multiplayer is a lot more difficult than Zombies because you have to constantly be focused and playing. Let's go ahead and talk about what your class setups are going to want to be for DM Ultra. The most important thing I have to say is run a launcher as your secondary. This is extremely important because you need to get your launchers done as soon as possible. You don't want to sit and grind your launchers. Nobody does. I had to, and it was awful. I never wanted to touch the launchers again. If you complete your launchers as you get the rest of your guns done, it makes the whole thing way easier. Trust me. That's why I told you to complete your launchers in zombies right away. That way, you already have them leveled up so you can run them in multiplayer. The next thing you're going to want to make sure you have in your class is running stun grenades or flash grenades as your tactical. It can be your choice, but you are going to be using them. And for your wild card, make sure you're running Danger Close. Danger Close lets you hold 2 stun grenades or flash grenades. And this is very important because there's a camo challenge that requires you to get stun kills. Make sure you're running Tactical Mask because you have the stun or flash grenades. If you don't run Tactical Mask, you will stun yourself several times. Make sure you're running the Gearhead perk to recharge your field upgrade fast. You'll see why later. Running Gung Ho as well, so that way you can reload while you're sprinting as well as throw your stun or flashbangs while you are sprinting. The game modes you are going to want to play when you're grinding for DM Ultra are Nuketown 24/7 and 6v6 face-off. I highly recommend running Hardcore because it makes it way easier to get kills as well as raise your score per minute because you can get more kills faster. I'm going to talk about DM Ultra slightly differently than I did with Dark Aether. With DM Ultra, I'm going to go through each individual camo category and talk about how it affects each gun different. So for the spray camos, which is the first camo category, you're going to have to get 300 kills with each assault rifle, SMG, LMG, and tactical rifle, as well as the nail gun. And you're going to need 200 kills with your sniper and shotguns, and you only need 150 for your pistols. And you only need 100 for the ballistic knife, 75 for your melee, and 30 for each the Shadow Hunter and the M79. Now, that's pretty easy, that's just kills. For the stripe camos, you're going to need 100 headshots, your assault rifles, LMGs, and tac rifles. You only need 75 with your SMGs. You only need 50 with your snipers and shotguns. The crossbow, M79, and nail gun, you only need 50. For melee, you need to get 25 backstabber medals. To get the ballistic knife done in stripe, you have to get 1 of each melee and projectile kill in 1 life. For the classic camos, you need to get 20 bloodthirsty medals for your assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, tac rifles, snipers, pistols, and shotguns, as well as the nail gun. For melee, you need to get 25 finishing moves, which is very easy. For the crossbow, you need to get 3 kill streak. For M79, you need to get 2 kill streak. And for the ballistic knife, you need to get 3 kill streaks again. For the geometric camos, you need to get 50 long shots with your ARs, SMGs, LMGs, tac rifles, snipers, and your shotgun. And you only need 25 for your pistols. For melee, you need to get 50 kills while you are injured. For the M79, you need to destroy 50 equipment. For the ballistic knife, you need to get 25 backstabber medals. And for the crossbow, you need to get 50 headshots. For the nail gun, you need to get 50 sliding kills. But let's go ahead and cover some good long shot spots on the different map you'll be going into 6v6 face-off as well as Nuketown. Let's cover Nuketown first. Nuketown has several very good spots in which to camp to get long shots. You can of course camp up in the main windows. Very right side of Yellow Room, there's a spot you can camp and get long shots all the way across the map. And on the other side, there's 2 different spots you can camp. I will have them both shown here. The best maps for getting long shots in 6v6 face-off are KGB and U-Bahn. In U-Bahn, you want to camp all the way in the back right at this very spot right here. This is the best spot for this. And you can keep peeking these 2 specific angles and getting kills and long shots very easily. On KGB, you're going to want to camp right here or here on either side of the map, because these are spots where you can easily get cross-map long shots all the way to the other side. Now those are the best long shot spots. Let's go ahead and talk about Flora. Flora is the most annoying camo you will ever have to grind in your life. You have to get 75 stun or detected kills for your assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, tac rifles, shotguns, and the nail gun. And you only need 25 detected or stun kills for your pistols. And then for your snipers, you need to get 50 kills while holding your breath. For melee, you need to get 50 kills while sliding. For the crossbow, you need to get 50 detected kills or stun kills. And for the ballistic knife, you need to get 50 kills while sliding, same as melee. And for the M79, you need to get 50 kills behind cover. detected kills. These are very time consuming. The best way to go about doing this is to start the game. Right away, you want to start using your stuns and trying to stun enemies and kill them. And as soon as you get your field mic, make sure you put it down towards the center of the map where there's a lot of people, and try to kill people while they are within the range. The best map for this is ICBM, and you can actually get all of your detected kills done in just 2 games of ICBM if you do it correct. If you run up to the very top of the map, put down your field mic, it covers almost the entire map, and almost every kill you get will be a detected kill. A few more good maps are Game Show if you put your field mic down right here in this spot, and Mansion if you put your field mic down at one of these locations here. Next, for the science camos, you need to get 50 kills behind cover with your ARs, LMGs, and your TAC rifles. And you only need 25 kills behind cover for your pistols. For your SMGs, you need to get 75 point blank kills. For shotguns as well. For melee, you need to get 50 kills on enemies who are affected by stun, smoke, or flash. For the crossbow, you need to get 5 one-shot kill medals in one game 10 times. For the ballistic knife, it is the same as melee, where you have to get 50 stun, flash, or smoke. For the M79, you have to destroy 3 score streaks or vehicles in one game 10 times. The only spot I've ever found for getting behind cover kills is right here in Amsterdam, across the rooftop here. For the psychedelic camos, it's very self-explanatory. Just get double kills. And that is going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I really hope this guide helped you guys get DM Ultra and Dark Aether. This is by far the most work I've ever put into editing and making a video. So please rate this video down below and tell me what I need to do better in the comments. If you did enjoy, please consider dropping a subscribe. It really means a lot to me. That will be it. Peace out, guys.